It's time. It's time. It's time. Today is November the 6th, 2024, and it is 9:03 a.m. President, President, President-Elect number 47, Donald J. Trump. Last night was my very first time actually doing an actual election night. I tuned in to 2 live streams. I tuned in to Officer Tatum, and I tuned in to Election Time. I was back and forth. Shout out to both of those platforms. Make sure y'all check both of them out. I rate both of them 5 stars. But let's get to the biggest topic of today. Donald J. Trump is now the 47th President-Elect. We still got to respect Joe Biden. He is the current president of the United States. And I'm going to say this about Joe Biden. He'll always be my favorite vice president. I just wasn't a fan of his presidency. So I want to give a shout out to Joe Biden. And I have respect for Joe Biden because Joe Biden has had a career spanning over 50 years. Joe Biden has competed. He earned the right to become president. Nothing but respect for him. Even though I wasn't a fan of his presidency, I still give Joe Biden that respect. But my election night was very, very enjoyable. I had times when I was nervous, but I wasn't nervous to the point where I was scared. I wasn't nervous to the point that I thought Kamala Harris was going to win. I knew she was going to lose. I knew she was going to lose. And she should be ashamed of herself for not giving a concession speech. Your supporters, the people that voted for you, waited out there all night going into the next morning. And you have the audacity, you have the nerve to not show up and give some type of speech. How dare you? How dare you, Kamala Harris? And this is a woman that people voted for. This is a woman that people supported. All the roasts that I've done through doing shorts led to this point. She couldn't sit in that chair. She couldn't even do a concession speech for her supporters, for the media. And she thinks that she could sit in that chair and be commander-in-chief, and it has nothing to do with her being a woman. I voted for Cheryl Parker. I voted for Hillary Clinton. Okay? Kamala Harris just didn't have it, my personal opinion. And I did everything within the contents of my platform to bring awareness to her through my shorts. And I was successful because she did not get elected. We have become unburdened by what could have been. We have become unburdened by what could have been. We have become unburdened by what could have been. I'm taking Kamala Harris' words and fitting it into the description of what it means now that she's lost. Okay? I never really was a fan of Kamala Harris. I respect her for what she's accomplished, but I really don't have no respect for her now because she didn't do a concession speech. And I'm pretty sure her supporters and the people that voted for her are kind of scratching their heads now. You know, she lost because she didn't win a primary. She lost because she didn't have a clear message. She lost because she hid within those 3 months. She lost because she's fake. And she lost because she catered and pandered to whatever votes that she needed at that time. Donald Trump talked to all Americans. He focused on all Americans. He out-campaigned her. He even trolled her. He took everything negative and turned it into a positive. That's why Donald Trump won. He got real endorsements. Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, Tulsi Gabbard. Where Kamala Harris got endorsements by celebrities. And this is a time for the Democratic Party to rebuild itself. Because like I said in one of my shorts, the Democratic Party has been exposed. We're not falling for it anymore. Well, I'm not falling for it anymore. You think that you can just bring these celebrities up here and I'm just going to vote for whoever you want me to vote for? You got another thing coming. For the first time in my life, yesterday I voted Republican. And I was registered when I walked in there as an independent. And from this moment forward, I align myself with whichever party pretty much fits or benefits my life at that particular time. So I have no loyalty to one party. It depends on where I'm at in my life. And this was the very first election that I actually followed from the very beginning. And I started doing my due diligence during, I would say, Joe Biden's, I'm going to say like the end of his second year, going into his third year. I started doing my due diligence and I started to follow Donald Trump, and I became a fan of Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump, he says what he means and he means what he says. The definition of an alpha male. A man that doesn't care about what people think. A man that wants to win in life. A man that wants to be successful. That's what a real man is. A man is not what other people want them to be. Being a man is not being in a box. Being a man is standing. Whether people think you right or whether people think you wrong. Being a man is all about being a man of necessary. Being a man that's willing to do what's necessary. Because when it comes to what's necessary, you do what's right in your eyes. People will never see what you see. People will never live what you live. People will never be able to walk in your shoes because they're not you. So no one can tell you that the decisions that you're making is wrong because they don't see what you see. They're not walking in your shoes and they don't have to deal with the consequences with those choices and decisions. I'm proud to say I voted for Donald Trump. I'm proud to say that I didn't vote based off of identity or gender. I voted based off of who I thought was the best candidate. And truth be told, I originally wanted to vote for Robert Kennedy, to be honest. And when they blocked him, that left a very bad taste in my mouth, along with the vaccine mandate, along with the student loan forgiveness, along with the immigration situation. The Democratic Party, too many red flags. Ain't nobody going to keep turning a blind eye to the Democratic Party and what they're doing. I know I'm not. I can't speak for you. So I congratulate President-Elect number 47, Donald J. Trump, who was also the former 45th President of the United States. And I'm going to say this. I want to congratulate Kamala Harris for winning my home city, which was Philadelphia. Only 17% of people voted for Trump in my city of Philadelphia, where I live. But Trump overall got Pennsylvania. Okay. So, whether you male, female, boy, or girl, I encourage you, when it comes to politics, do your due diligence. Don't go by what other people tell you. Once you become an adult, you make decisions based off of your own economics, which is your life. This is why younger people are so gullible, because they're not polished in life. Once you start making decisions for yourself, you create your own economics for yourself. I believe that Donald Trump is not going to be a good president. He's not going to be a bad president. He's going to be a necessary president. Okay? I believe that Kamala Harris is done. The fact that she didn't do a concession speech, that put the nail in the coffin, which is going to pretty much end her career. As far as the Democratic Party can rebuild. Got the midterms coming up. Okay? So it ain't over for the Democratic Party. Just like the Republican Party had to rebuild after Mitt Romney, the Democratic Party has to rebuild. And Donald Trump's win, becoming the 47th President-Elect, to me is one of the biggest comebacks of all time, if not the biggest comeback of all time. Okay? And let's just trace back the record. Donald Trump ran in 2016, he won. Donald Trump ran in 2020, he lost. And then Donald J. Trump pretty much hijacked the Republican Party. He hijacked the Republican Party. I'm going to call it what it is. He hijacked the Republican Party, and he made himself officially the nominee for 2024 before the election was even near. you know. And when he did decide to run, he was going through a lot of, you know, not so much political problems, but he was going through, he was in the process of dealing with some cases. And then he eventually got convicted. So he is the first president to be a convicted felon. Okay? So I'm calling it what it is. I'm calling a spade a spade. He is the first president to be a convicted felon. But you know, I vote based off of my life and my reality. I don't get caught up in other candidates' personal problems. I care about results. What you gonna do for me? And a lot of people, I believe, felt that way. You know, and a lot of people felt that the cases that was brought against him were politically motivated, which I do believe it was. Okay. He was able to continue to run while all these things were being thrown at him. Okay. Then there was the first assassination attempt while I was at my first boxing match. You know, Jaron Boots Enos versus David Avanation. Then it was a second assassination attempt at the golf course, and then it was a third assassination attempt. So all these things, you know, Donald Trump had to endure just to run for office. Okay. And then the denial of Joe Biden's health condition that the Democratic Party denied, that benefited him. And then the infamous first debate that pretty much sealed the deal for Joe Biden stepping down, and then Kamala Harris coming in with only 3 months to run. So Donald Trump, you're talking about a man that pretty much been running since after he lost to Joe Biden. You know, in my personal opinion, greatest comeback of all time. Whether you love him or hate him, you got to respect him. He's a winner. He doesn't quit. He doesn't give up. And I've learned that from him. You know, so I congratulate President-Elect number 47, Donald J. Trump, and also the former 45th president of the United States of America. The Republican Party has rebuilded itself. The Republican Party has built a coalition within itself. And the Democratic Party has to rebuild. It's just that simple. So for the people that's not really happy right now with the election results, you let your voice be heard, and that's all that matters. And, you know, this is what I love about this country. We're a democracy. We vote. And that was the main reason why I didn't respect Kamala Harris as a candidate, because she didn't win a primary. Hillary Clinton won a primary. Sherelle Parker won a primary. Okay? We got the midterms coming up soon. Not real soon, but soon. And, you know, we're going to see what happens. And I'm thinking about having another spinoff, which is pretty much a political spinoff. Okay. So enjoy your day, enjoy your week. And regardless of what goes on in politics, life goes forward, life goes forward, life goes forward. Congratulations, Donald J. Trump. Congratulations, Donald J. Trump. Congratulations, Donald J. Trump, former 45th president of the United States, and now the president-elect number 45 of the United States of America. Enjoy your day and enjoy your